Hey, it's Pierre. I'm doing a sort of preliminary review today of a racket that I've just started playing with that I wanted to show you guys. It's the Head Xenon Slimbody 135. This is new from Head for this season, 2015, 2016, and a few different pros have been playing with it. Omar Mossad and a couple other big names have picked up this racket, and so I've been eager to give it a try. Thanks to Ben from Head for sending me this to review for everybody. I'm going to give you my just sort of initial impressions. I've used it in one match so far and I've been hitting with it. And I'm going to do a follow-up after I've gotten to play with it a bit more. And I'll tell you why in a second. But first, let me show you what it looks like. So first of all, we got a great cosmetic. I like this sort of shade of blue with kind of a little bit of neon yellowish green kind of deal and white and black. I think it looks really nice. I've got my usual Turner grip on there, but it's a good looking racket. And one of the first things you notice about this is the thickness of the beam. They call it the Slimbody, and it looks different. It's not worlds different, but it's rare. I've seen a lot of rackets at this point, and it's rare that I come across one that I think, wow, that's a different shape than what I've seen before. And this has it. There are other Slimbodies that I haven't that I haven't seen. There's ones that are lighter, that I haven't tried personally, but and I assume they have this kind of shape. And this might be helpful if I put it up against one of Head's sort of perennial popular rackets. The Xenon 135 has been this is still in their range this year, and it was in last year, and they've had this sort of frame shape for a while now. Let me show you the two side by side. Hopefully you can kind of see it in the video, but the Xenon 135, the orange one, is thicker across the beam this way. This is the Slimbody is thinner in this direction, and also in this direction. Again, I'm not sure how well it's going to come across, but it's noticeable in person. It's thinner this way, and then the one I'm touching now is the sort of classic Xenon 135. The new one is thinner in this direction as well. And the head size is it's not the exact same shape, and it feels, if I line them up exactly, I don't know if it's going to come across again. It's a little bigger, just a smidge bigger. The Slimbody is. You can see it extends a little bit further. Visually, it doesn't look that much bigger, but in my hand, it feels bigger. And as I've been playing with it, I've felt that it feels like a control racket, and I haven't quite figured out kind of the best way to use this. Even though Mossad is a power player and a power hitter, it feels to me very control oriented. It feels forgiving in the sense that the frame, the sweet spot feels a little bit bigger than the smaller Head one, and the frame being a little thinner just feels like you can get it through the air quickly, and you can also feel, it just doesn't feel as stiff as the big boy. This has a bigger frame, and it feels just sort of stiff and solid compared to this, which is a bit more flexible. So, but it has a heavier. Well, it's 135 on the official Squash Source scale. Came in at 165 that's strung and with a grip and the whole freight. So that's normal, and it feels like, it should be kind of a racket where you're, moving it really quickly, but because it's, it's not, I wouldn't call it heavy, but it is, has a bit more weight than some of their, they have some lighter versions of this that I'd be interested to try. It just, it was sort of, I couldn't tell whether I should feel like I was going to crack the ball, or whether I was going to sort of hit it, use my wrist and kind of hit shots at the last minute, use deception and so on. So that's why I'm going to do a follow-up review on this. I want to use it for a few matches and get used to it, because like I said, this is to me, this is a new development. It's an evolution from past frames, but it's something that, like I said, I don't see too often, where I look at something and think, wow, I haven't really seen one like that before, that thin frame shape. So I'm going to keep playing with it and see how it goes. But it looks cool, and it feels initially to me like it's going to be a good control racket. Get your racket prepared, but still have the ability to move it quickly in a forgiving sweet spot. So it's called the Head Xenon Slimbody 135, and they sometimes also advertise it as, I think, Graphene XT or something like that. But on the racket itself, it just says Head Xenon SB, short for Slimbody 135. All right, thanks a lot.